Okay. I was trying to recap that we have started off by learning how to import, how to work with Power Query, and today we'll be doing more on data visualization in Power BI. Quickly, for us to do that, we'll click on the ribbon, which is the home ribbon, then click on Excel, import Excel workbook, and then for this class um I have classes. Then inside it I have the data model class. Then we're going to be using the data set denormalized, store denormalized. I think I shared this on the WhatsApp group. If you have access to the WhatsApp group, you get that. Also, if you don't have access to it, just let me know so that I can share it with anybody. Now, we are trying to load in the data set into Power BI. Now, I'm going to be clicking on this check button. We have worked through this last week, and we just want to transform the data to make sure that our data is in the correct form. Now it's loading the Power Query editor, right? Okay, now we can see that this is a superstore data set. I think I've walked us through most of the columns here in the pre-recorded video. We have the order ID, we have the order date, ship mode, customer ID, and some other details like that, up to discount, sales, and profit. Okay, I just wanted to confirm that my data is still in the right form. Now, what I'm going to do is to load into Power BI. Now, I'll click on close and apply to do that. Now, what it's currently doing is trying to load the Excel located our data set in the Power Query into the Power BI for us for data visualization. Now, for the data visualization, we'll be considering some key things, which involves we trying to see how we can build some reports, how we can build some visualization, and how we can do and build a dashboard. Now, in the last class, I told us we have some panes, which is the field pane, the visualization pane, the canvas, the ribbon, some of these things. Now we are going to be doing something on visualizing. Take for instance, you are given this data set and you are asked to give us the top cities, the top five cities with the highest profit, the highest sales, and all of that. Or we want to see in a hierarchical order which city gives us the highest profits. Now, you have been given this data set and you want to analyze it with Power BI. How do you go about that? That is our first question. Firstly, you come to the field pane where your data set is located. Now, you want to see it by the location. In most cases, I would suggest you click on a table. Once you click on a table from the visualization pane here, this is a table visual. When you click on it, you can select your you could select your city. Once you select your city, what it does now, it loads all the city into the table. Then you can go down and you want to see the profits or the sales. Let's do for sales first. We want to see which city gives us the highest sales. You can either drag and drop it on this table, or you just drag and drop it within this column section where it says column here. But in any case study, take for instance, I removed it now. I can drag and drop it here, or if you want to cancel that, you can drag and drop it on the table. Anyone works. So that is how you go about that. Now you have been able to put them in a tabular form. Then the next thing that is very important is the requirement says that we want to see the top 5 cities. Now, how do we see that? First and foremost, you come to the visualization pane here, where you see a lot of charts. I just want to see them in a chart, in a bar chart. So you can select this fourth option here that says column, clustered column chart. I could select that. Now, once I select that, what this does is that it shows me everything. But if you notice, as I'm trying to expand, I have so many cities here. But what I want to see is just the top 5 cities, just the top 5 cities. And this is everything. Now I'm going to do something and do something to it to just filter it by the top 5 cities, which is featuring by the top 5. Now, if you come to the filter pane here, that is immediately after, you have the visualization pane. After that, you have the filter pane. In the filter pane here, what you do is you come to the city, these cities. Now, where it says cities and you can see all, then you want to select the filter type as you click on you see the first option as basic filter. Once you click on this drop down, you have the top N, I repeat. Now, once you click on top N, what it asks you is showing item as. You could see it shows top, and if you click on the drop down, you can see bottom. But we want to see the top, top 5. Now, in front of it here, you can just type in your keyboard 5. Once you do that, now what you do, or what you are trying to do now, is you are telling it that you should go into the cities. Now check for the top 5 city and sort it by what. We are doing sales, so you can drag in sales into by what value. You drag in sales into that place, and once you do that and you click on apply filter, what this does is that it brings out just the first 5 cities that has the highest sales. That is how you go about doing that in cases where you are asked to bring out the first 5 or the top 5 cities that have the highest sales rate, because we are looking at a superstore that has different locations, and each of these locations have different sales. Now we are looking at which from here we can see that these are the top 5 cities that gives us the highest sales by highest sales. Now we can also quickly do something by saying that we want to do that of the bottom. Take for instance, as much as you want to see which city is giving you the highest, you also want to see which city is performing below expectation. That is the bottom 5. You can repeat all the processes by clicking on table, dragging in sales and the city. But a way to be more productive is by copying this, Control and C on your keyboard. Make sure you select this visual and press Control and C on your keyboard, then press Control and V on your keyboard. Now this duplicates these visuals for you. Now you have a duplicate of this visual. You can slim fit it to fit into the canvas environment. Now once I do this, now you come back to the filter pane and you click on the city. We selected that of top. All you can just do is to change it to bottom, and once you click on bottom, now you click, and what it does now, it shows you the bottom cities in a hierarchical order, just as they are. That is from the last to the top last city that is giving you those profits. Now this is a quick way to do a little analysis like this in Power BI. You could see it's more of just drag and drop. in cases where you have to do something like this. Meanwhile, is there any question here before I move to another method of doing another visual? I've showed you how to use the column chart. Okay. Now, the next thing I want to do, I'm just trying to slim fit it so that I have enough room within my canvas here. Okay. Now, the next thing is that, we have different cities, and they also use different ship modes. That is, maybe, in cases you have first class ship mode, you have same day ship mode, you have other forms of ship mode and all of that. Now, there are ways you can easily just do that. Sorry, I think I have somebody trying to log in. Let me just accept. Okay, that's fine. Okay, now what you do is how you go about that quickly is that you can still select your table. Now, once you select your table, you could bring in your cities, possibly. Then we want to see the ship modes. You can come down here, you will see the ship modes. So you drag in the ship modes. Now, this is the ship mode for each of them, and in this case I want to do it in such a way that it should be like a pie chart where I can see which ship mode is mostly used by each of this city. Then you can just change to your ship mode, but you notice there are some changes here now. Okay, the best way to go about that is that you can drag and drop where it says details to value. Once you do that, now it gives you this large value, which is very unprofessional, because in this case now you could see that you have so many values of the ship mode by the city. But in a more preferred way, how we're going to go about it is that you can delete this. I also want to do it. You can delete that. Then what you do is that you drag in, you bring in your table, then you bring in the ship modes. Now, these are the various ship modes. Then you can also say you want to convert that to pie chart, and what this does is it just gives you as a legend. But I can still drag in my ship mode as the value, and now I can have this beautiful pie chart that is as the value count. What I mean count, if you click on this drop down, you could see you have distinct count, you have just normal count. How it works is that the distinct count tells you the specific number individually of how many times it just appear, but the count gives you a sum count of how many times people uses that mode. Now, from here you could see that it gives you a percentage composition of the same the various ship mode, which we have the standard class, we have the same second class, we have the first class, and we have the same day. And from here we can see that the same day has the highest amount of percentage. So if you want to talk about this to your boss or to anybody, or when you want to give you could easily see from here now that the same day type of ship mode have the high first class, the standard class, and any other class in that case study. Then I'm going to do one more which involves us doing something about dates. Now, each of these products are ordered in different dates of the month, in different year of the month. Now, I could say I want to do something on seeing which day or which month do I have the highest profits, highest sales rather, because we're dealing with sales now. Which day do I have the highest sales by the date calendar within my record. Now, what you do is you can come to the date column here. Now, where you see the other date, if you click on this drop down, you will see where it says, let me try and expand that. You could see it says date hierarchy. Now, this date hierarchy, if you expand that down, you will see, since that is why I talked about data type as in a pre-recorded video, you must have it as a date data type, because it will recognize that you could have year, you could have quarter, you could have month, you could have date, you could have day in the date calendar. So now what I want to do is basically by months. So I'll drag in my months. Now, once I drag in my month, I want to also drag in the sales. Now, I'll drag in the sales for each month. Now, once I do that, now this is the sales for each month. And in this kind of case where you'll be looking at various months, it will be best that you use what we call a line chart. A line chart. Before we end this class, I'll be discussing on a general overview class on which chart should be used and when it should be used. For this case, now we'll be using a line chart. Once you click on a line chart, you see these are the various months and the sales that are made in each month. And from here, we could see that we have the month of November topping the chart and the month of February being the least here. Now, this is a simple way you can do a chart whereby across the year, across the months, you could see that this is the year and okay, yes, I'm hearing you. Yeah. Okay, from yeah, actually is by the pictures, but when you hover over it, the names pops up. Like now I'm hovering over the line chart. If you can see my screen, you will notice that at the top of it, it's written line chart. Now, if I hover over the pie chart, a pie chart logo, something like the sign at the top, if you don't know the name, once you hover over it, it gives you the name at the top. Is that all right, sir? Okay, so basically this is how you can do a simple chart, a simple analysis with this data, where you can build your top. Now you could see this is the top, this is the top 5, this is the bottom 5, this is this most used most used ship modes, and this is the number of sales over the months. Okay, a quick advanced feature I will be doing is that okay, before I do that, quickly, you know, all the report here is about sales. Now, take for instance, your boss wants you to do this for sales and profits. Quickly, how you can do that to be more productive is just you duplicating this page. Once you duplicate this page, you know you now have page 1 and duplicate of page 1. Quickly, you can rename that. If you right click on this duplicate of page 1, you can rename that as page 2. Now, what you are going to do is you're going to see me converting this to the profit report. Now, once I click, once I do that by renaming, then I click on this first visuals here, I will come to where on the visualization pane, I'll come below. After x-axis, you have the y-axis. In the y-axis, you could see where it says sum of sales. Now I'll clear out that, and what I'll put in is profit, because I want to convert this report to profit. I'll just put in sum of profits. Then you could see there's issue. I'll go back in the cities here. You could see you have sum of sales. I'll clear out that and put in profit again. Once I do that now, and I'll click on close and apply. And now this first chart is showing us that this report now is now for profit. Then I'll do the same thing for this, which is the bottom. Quickly I'll clear out the sales for here and drag in profit. I'll also come to the feed. There's the filter pane for the city. I'll clear out sales. Then I'll also drag in profit. Then click on apply. Now, yes, I'll click on apply there. Okay, yes. Now, for the next thing I'll do is I'll come to the ship for the ship modes. Now, we did by okay ship modes. Okay, I should have filtered by sales. Okay, what we'll do is this is the ship mode by the ship modes. This should have been by sales. Pardon me. I should have put in sales here. Now this is the ship mode by sales. Pardon me for that. Then now I want to do that of, okay, let's go to 1. I'll go to page 1, come to this ship mode and change, click on this one. Then this should have been not by ship mode but by sales. I'll drag in sales here. This is the sales. Now come back to page 2. Now click on that of the pie chart. Now instead of having the sales here, I'll clear out that and put in profit. I'll drag in profit to the value. Now this is, so we make more profit from the standard class, even though most people uses the same, even though we have this from the sales. Now finally, for the last one, which is the date calendar, we have sales here. So I'll clear out sales and also drag in profit. So now you see the chart has changed. So in a nutshell, within a couple of minutes or a couple of hours, you have been able to build 2 reports, which is the first one, which is page 1, which is our sales report, and page 2, which is all about our profit report. So this is basically how you can quickly build 2 reports within couple of minutes when you are given a business requirement to just build the top cities, the bottom city, the ship mode, and the profit by date calendar. I want to pause here. Is there any question? Because basically what we'll be doing in further classes is about us trying to see how we can customize it to make it look better. But majorly, this is what the analysis is. Then the other things we'll be doing is just making it the appearance look better, which I think I can still cover a bit of it here before we call it a wrap up. But if there's question, I would love to take the question before I do that. So yes. Okay. 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 Okay, quickly before we call it a wrap up, I would want to, this is a default visuals now, like the appearance. Take for instance, you want to make the color different, you want to change the colors. Now, how do you go about that? You come to the ribbon here, I made mention of ribbons. Now you come to the visualization, you come to the visual, where it says visual. It is the fourth option at the top there. There you could see you have so many visuals here. You can click on this drop down here. Once you click on this drop down, you see so many other visuals you can use. Okay, let's try out this one. I think okay, you see that my visual has changed from the blue to this other color, and it will be affected for both. That is the cool feature about this. Now if I use another one, it will also be affect both pages at any time you use any of this visual. I think let's just select this. Okay, I think this is better. Or depending on the case study, or depending on who or what visual is appealing to you that you want to use at any point, you would just select any one. Let me see. Okay, I prefer this. Now the next thing I would add is about we customizing this visual. Take for instance, you notice the right up are a bit small. You can click on this. Still on visual, you come to customize themes. Once you click on customize themes, you come to text. Then you come to once you come to text, now you come to text, you come to titles. Now it says yes. Now you can increase the font size and say apply. You notice that the font size has come out more than it is, and that is how you can increase most of the font size here basically. So these are all these other things that I'm trying to add is just to make, and any effect you make to it from the themes affect everything in the visual. But if you want to really just do about one particular visual, you have to select that particular visual, come to the visualization pane here. Once you come to the visualization pane, you now come to format visuals, which is the second option here. Once you click on format visuals, that's where you can change so many other things about it. But generally, I want to do something about all my visuals all at once, because we are talking about unless specific cases where you want to use one particular have something to do with one particular visual, this is the best option you should go with. Basically, that's what I wanted to cover for this class, and I think I've been able to do that. In absence of no question, or if there's questions later, you can just let me know, sir. Thank you very much.